Alright guys, it's Tyson and wife is here, Jillian. It's her first time, so she might ask some questions along the way with the video. But we're going to do a video on how to empty the septic system, the black water and gray water tanks, and how to show you how to connect it when you get to the campground, if they have a sewer hookup, or when you're done with your trip on how to empty the tanks.
Awesome.
All right.
Let's get started.
All right. So first thing you want to do is connect your hose.
Or put gloves on.
Oh yeah, put gloves on. Very good. Yep. Definitely do that first thing. So the hose is in here. You just pull off this empty, the end cap. Pull it off like that, and it's hidden nice and inside the end of the bumper. And there's two hoses connected to each other. And to show you how it connects down there, because it's a little bit kind of harder to get the camera up in there. So this is just the same connection piece as it is down there. And so what you do is got these little knobs, and this end's got the grooves. So you just line it up and then twist it on, so it just clicks over on the little knobs. All right. And so to actually connect it, there's the knobs, line it up and turn it on, and take off this end cap. And try not to drop it in the hole. Then you want to get that connection piece, and depending on your campground, there's a couple of other attachments. If it's on angle off to the one side or one way, then you have options. But the end piece is this one, a little cone shaped end, so it has different sizes for different sewer openings. And so you just do that attachment onto here. So same connection, little knobs, just push it on and it just rests in there like that. If you're at the campground, because a lot of times the sewer is going to be farther away, so you can really stretch this hose out or use both the hoses if it's even farther away. But it does have this support, and so this just slinkies out. So just set it up how it will have good support for the hose. And you don't always have to use this when you're just emptying it out, but if you're at the campground and you're going to be there for a couple days, definitely good to have the support on the hose when the water's running out through there. All right, so this is how, the other thing too is those little knobs under here. So this one on the right is for your black water, so that's your toilet water right here, and all you do is just pull it out. I'll show you that in here in a few minutes. This gray one is for your sink and shower water, so it just pulls out just like that, and out comes the water. And push it in, back in like that is closed, so no turning, just push it, pull it in, push it out. So that is your setup for when you're actually at the campground, going to be there for a day or two or more. All right, so next part to show you about is when you're actually going to be cleaning out the black water tank.
Not at the campsite. So you're just
Right.
cleaning it out after camping?
After your trip, or if you check the button inside, and if it's pretty full, that's right. Yep, sorry.
Okay.
Because you don't have to flush it, just at the end of your trip is the only time you need to flush it.
Okay.
All right, so this is the flushing hose, only used for the black tank. Don't use it to fill your water at all.
Very important.
Yep. So just like a regular garden hose, this is a little meter, so you can see how many gallons you're putting in there. And the connection is the top middle connection. It says tank flush on the top. So just pull that little cover off and then just screw it on just like a hose. Just till it gets a little bit snug there. So stop, don't have to force it at all. And then the other end is just like a garden hose as well. Connect it to your water supply at your campground and just turn it on. Doesn't have to be real tight. And you're just putting some water in there.
What's the reason for that?
It just puts the water into the camper. Inside the tanks there, it has jets that will like clean out the inside of the tanks.
Oh, cool.
All right, so that's your connection for getting ready to flush it after your trip. And so let's get started with that part. The first thing you want to do is pull your black water lever. Just pull it out and it will come out. And just wait until it's all coming out. And it's going kind of slow, not much in there. So you can turn on the water to help it along a little bit. And sometimes this knob right there, turn it on too. So now it's got the jet squirting on the inside of the tank. And we'll get some flushing.
How long do
going.
you get that? How long do you do that for?
Keep on going like this until the water runs clear. So once it gets kind of clear, real clear like regular sink water, so still see a little bit of yellow in there. So in this little box over here, we've got some gloves and some sanitizer, and then the connections we talked about earlier, and then also a couple tabs, septic tabs that I'll show you here how to use those in a minute. All right, so let's say that's pretty clear. We'll get some more flushing going on. So then you can also now pull the gray one. It's good to clear the black one out first, and then the gray one to kind of help it along. And then you can turn off the water to save a little bit of water.
And the gray water is the sink?
Yep, sink and shower.
Sink and shower, okay.
All right. So the gray water, since the gray water tab is open and it's really not running much out, the gray water is empty. So you can just push that one in and you're all done with your gray water. So now let's do the flushing part of the black tank. So what you do is, now that it's all empty, is close that and turn on the jets to get some water in the tanks.
It's pretty loud. You can hear them going.
Yep.
I don't know if you guys hear that, but that helps know that it's going. So how long do you let that run for?
Do about 2 minutes. Get the tanks a little bit of water in there to get a good flush going. So then what you do is you open, once it gets a little bit full, you open the gray one again, or sorry, open the black one. Let that water out. And so looking pretty good and clear, nice and flushed out. So do that about 2 or 3 times, just like that. Close the valve. Let the water spray in.
And kind of fill it up.
Wait about 2 minutes while the tank is filling up to spray on the inside of the jets, and then close it. So just repeat those steps
3 times?
About 3 times. Make sure the water's nice and clear. So then if we're all done, we'll close the black valve, make sure the gray is still closed, and then you come over here to the meter, and hold down the buttons until they both start to 0. And then what you want to do is put about 5 gallons in there. So just fill up the tank to about 5 gallons, and then you can turn off your water. So let's just say it says 5 gallons right now. It's at 1.5. And so just turn that off.
You gotta turn it off here first.
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
You can turn it off there, it's just easier. And then turn off at your main water supply. And then what you do is you put all this stuff back, disconnect it, reverse, put the hose back in the bumper, this hose support, and this bucket.
Where's the hose support go?
It goes in the storage in the front there. And put the black hose in the storage in the front. And then the last final step is to drop one of these tablets inside the toilet. So I'll show you how to do that to go inside. All right, excellent. See you inside here in just a second. All right, guys, here we are inside the camper, inside the bathroom. And so this is the little tab I took out of that little bag outside. You just flush the toilet and drop it in, and that is it. Don't forget to take your gloves off. Don't touch anything while you're doing anything, and throw them straight in the trash. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed your trip. See you later.